what I've learned about raising Freedom Rangers. First off, from the moment we brought these chickens home, they just went to work, and I don't think I've ever seen them stop working. I mean, they are always working. I have two chicken tractors. Both of them are 8x8 and about 24 to 26 inches tall. And what this is basically allows me just to go straight to the hardware store, buy the tin roofing already that width and everything, and then the wires already that width, and then the length. The reason why I did an 8x8 is because I have the kids and Chelsea that goes ahead and moves these chicken tractors as well. Now, I didn't make them the common 10x12 because of that specific thing, and I'm not having 300 chickens right now, so if later on in the future I do wind up having 300 to 500 chickens on the farm, then I'll make bigger chicken tractors. But for right now, the 8x8s, they hold approximately 40 to 50 chicks, depending on how often you move them, and I definitely suggest that you move them quite often. Again, Freedom Rangers are super productive, and they love free-range environments, which is the reason why most people like to raise them in the chicken tractor setups. Now, this is two different areas. Of course, this is about a week older than this side right here, but this was an example of moving about 2 to 3 times a day. This is an example of moving literally 1 or twice a day. Now, the reason why I kept them a little bit longer on top of this area is because of stemminess, and they do a great job at helping clear property, as long as it's not like these tall weeds and everything. But when it comes to the tall grass and the stemmy stuff, they do an amazing job. It kills over, it looks a little brown, but here in about a week or two, it's gonna be looking, you know what, let me show you. This area right here, about 3 weeks old. The chicken tractor over there is headed in this direction. I mean, they do some work. They just continuously working. Now, Freedom Rangers, they top out about 5 to 6 pounds in a matter of 9 to 11 weeks. And no, they don't grow as fast as the Cornish hens, but they don't. The Cornish hens also don't do as much work as the Freedom Rangers. So these birds right now are about 8 weeks old, and I'm gonna do my best to try to push them as close to 12 weeks as possible. Now, they say they're ready about 9 to 11 weeks, and I guess we'll judge it as we go along. I can tell you right now, next week's week 9, and they're definitely not ready. And I'm gonna tell you why. Now, where most farmers, when they raise these chickens, they go ahead and allow these chickens to eat as much grain as they want, which is fine. That allows them to produce more, raise more, and they go ahead and they can harvest a little bit quicker than normal. Now, since we're not in a hurry to harvest these chicks, we want to go ahead and kind of like let them free range a little bit more. And when you do that, you don't even have to feed them as much grower. So each tractor, 1 time a day, we go ahead, fill up an entire 5-gallon bucket, and it gets put inside the chicken tractors, and they can go ahead and feed on that. Now, if it takes them all day to eat 5 gallons of feed, then it takes them all day to eat 5 gallons of feed. But they only get it once a day. So once it all goes out, it goes ahead and it forces them to go ahead and actually free range a little bit more. We haven't had any problem doing this. We haven't lost any chickens. We haven't had any with lack of nutrition or anything. They've been healthy, they've been super active, and they just keep on going at it. Now, do I recommend having Freedom Rangers, especially if you're a first-time farmer? After working with these birds, I say hell yeah. This is the first time I've ever raised meat chickens in my entire life. And if I had any other breed, pretty sure it would have been just a failed operation. Now, these birds, they're easy to get along with. They are super strong and they're super productive. Who would want it any other way? Now, would I get them again next year? Or any other years to come? Unless they come up with a better breed, when it comes to a free range environment, the Freedom Rangers is the super bird.